Warning: the following program contains adult language, adult themes, and spoilers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening and welcome to this week's episode of This Week's Episode. It's the week of July 1st, 2021. This is episode 234 and I am your host, Kris Randazzo. Joining me tonight as always is head bird in charge, Karen Randazzo.
Shut up, girl!
Monument monster, Angie Fernot.
An encore of bullets.
And Hitler's dog, Evan Goldstein.
Diamonds, fine chocolates, children's teeth.
It's a listener request episode, and we watched the unforgettable Danger 5. Thanks, Ferg. What did we all think? Let's find out. But first, how is everyone doing?
Great!
Yay! We're
Kris.
tired.
Kris, you're 40 now.
I am.
Yeah,
I am a 40-year-old.
Yay!
And I have an arcade cabinet that's super cool. Thank you so very much for all of your involvement in its creation and getting it into my basement, which we're still trying to figure out where it's going to actually live.
Your description of it, in like last night whilst recording, saying like, "It's in front of that door, but I need to get in that door," which I just mentally, I just found that funny.
Okay, wait, I'm out of the loop, so fill me in here. Did it look good? Because, like, I drew stuff, but I never saw the finished product.
Well, you know, it looks good. I like the drawings that you did, but they're just kind of like on the marquee, and because of the light behind it, you don't really see the detail too well.
Okay.
So while I greatly appreciate your drawings, it's the they're not in the greatest of light.
Listen,
Pun
I just
intended.
did what I was told. I'm good. So if you need more drawings, I got you, boo.
Improvements will be made.
Yes.
What's on there now is temporary. It just couldn't be printed properly in time.
Gotcha.
I have many thoughts and plans and decisions to make.
Oh my God,
including where to
yay.
put the darn thing. But it works great. It looks great. I love the big beefy joystick thing. It's just wonderful. I'm looking at it right now. I have yet to turn the LED lights off because
You heard it here, folks. Kris
love
loves
them.
the big, beefy joystick.
You're damn right I do.
Heyo. Ew.
Hands
Happy
all over that
fucking
thing.
birthday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a wonderful birthday. I just finished the last of my birthday cake.
How you doing with
upstairs.
that food?
Oh, it's wonderful. So we got what could only be what could best be considered a stupid amount of food from my favorite place, Cheeto Burrito. I love this place. They make such good food, and
Your dear wife, who is well-meaning, panicked and ordered 10 more people worth of food like 2 days before the party, and it turned out I needed maybe my original order or less.
But here's the thing. She inadvertently gave me one of my favorite birthday presents because I've been eating Cheeto for just about for 2 of the 3 meals every day since my party, and will continue to do so until it's gone or it's no longer edible.
That was
And
my
it has
favorite part.
been glorious.
That's
because
awesome.
I'm taking those ingredients and just doing all the things with them. Typically, I'm just having tacos for lunch. And then, last night we had nachos for dinner. Tonight we cooked up some rice and did burritos for dinner. And tomorrow, right, you're not around tomorrow, right? So
No, I think we're going to go back to tacos.
Yeah, we're going to go back to tacos?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, we're not doing the leftover pizza?
The kids can have pizza. This is not really for the podcast, though.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, I think it's important.
I don't think the podcast needs to know what we're having
I
for
think,
dinner every
listen,
night.
if
Well,
people really
the
love
next
us,
thing is quesadillas because, I haven't done that yet. So, we've got tacos, we got burritos, we got nachos, we got quesadillas. And
So hold on.
This is
As
Kris's
Kris is
happy
describing,
place.
yes, you could hear the joy in his voice. As he's describing this last night, I'm only listening because I'm producing and he's talking to Dan, and then he says to Dan that he has, and I swear this is what I heard. I have 3 garbage bags full of chips.
2 shopping bags full
So
of chips.
then I listened to because my ears perked up. That's a lot of goddamn chips.
It is, and you
It's
can make a lot of
ridiculous.
nachos
They
out of it.
had 2 full sheet pans full of chips, like the catering full trays of food.
And they're really good chips. And like, so they're starting to get stale, but if you bake them a little bit, they get nice and just had them on the side of my burrito tonight. And that's the thing. They're different enough. They make me so happy. And it's also fun because I get to like incorporate weird home ingredients because it's not everything I would get at Cheeto Burrito, but it's like, you know, because they didn't get the corn salsa or something like that. But
How dare
and
you.
there's only so much cheese, so I'll start adding my own cheese. Like they use, I don't know what kind of cheese they use, but it's freaking delicious. But I have Monterey Jack and cheddar, so I'm like throwing those and like some refried beans on there. They don't do refried beans there, but I do. So now I'm having their delicious meats with my refried beans. It's been a wonderful week, and I can't express how much joy that this extra food has been giving me. It's just every meal I finish like, God, this is so nice. This is just making me so happy.
And I want to share that this is the most I've heard about this too, guys. Like this is the thing that he had this amazing party, but he's like fucking tacos.
Yeah.
Like that. Now you know. This is
Well,
this
because
is-
everyone can relate to that. I mean, I had a
Hell
great,
yeah.
I had a great and amazing time talking to my friend John Wentz, who I haven't talked to in ages, and there were just all these wonderful people here, and it was weird kind of being around so many people, but it was still super fun, and like there were all these weird, wonderful moments where like different people were doing different things with the arcade machine, and every single time I noticed it happening, it made me happy. Like my sister-in-law and what is the relation of that person? The girl?
What person?
The staying with Joanna?
Oh, her niece.
I feel like
Her
I just
niece.
heard you
Yeah.
turn your head to ask her that question.
But they were playing Tetris before they went to bed at night on the machine. Just had Tetris, and then Karen and her mom were playing Ninja Turtles, and like I set up the kids downstairs to play The Simpsons together, and then like I was outside and the volume was up enough that I could hear, just like in an arcade, because that's one of those sounds that just cuts through everything in an arcade, is when you put in a new quarter in the Simpsons machine and it goes do 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 do. I'm sitting
Yes, you're
outside
right.
talking to my friends, and I hear that sound effect, and I'm like, that is magic right there. That is just magic.
So another fine point of this conversation last night. Apparently there was a child there that, offered to play Simpsons, and I need, because I don't know who these people are, or I may. And it was Megan. Please explain that.
It was Frank Manzo's son.
Okay.
You know who Frank Manzo is.
I do know who Frank Manzo is. Yes. So Frank Manzo's son.
Yeah, I was like, we were playing The Simpsons. What's a Simpson? Excuse me, I need to have a word with your father. And then I did.
Oh, that's fantastic.
See, I love this because the takeaway, like, so we had done, you guys were there for Evan's 40th a couple years ago. And for me, like, that is one of the takeaways, though. Like, we're also currently in wedding planning mode, right? And the thing that I, like, consistently that I hear in all event planning that is most important is, did the food suck? And was there something fun?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And it was just out of the freaking park on all counts.
that's awesome.
I mean, that the only issue that I had was, the fact that I was screwing everything up beforehand. Like, I did all these chores that got me all super sweaty, and I was under the impression I was going to get a shower when I got home, and instead there was a surprise party. So I was very gross for a lot of that party.
But you were being a good son, Kris.
I was. I fixed my mom's fence.
That's like, he
Aw.
went above and beyond, and oddly enough, you needed something, and you had to go home.
And you know what? She got me the drill. The fence got fixed, and I was still very, very pleasantly surprised with the party,
Nice.
because I didn't imagine that all those people were going to be there. At that point, when I wasn't allowed to get back into the house, I was like, she's planning something, and
Yes.
it's probably going to be some sort of special dinner. That's what I assumed it was.
So now
not that all of these people were going to be there, and like so many people from so many different directions came. I was just beyond thrilled.
So now, did you? Okay, actually, this ties in. So last week when I said hi to you and Dan, I was like, "Oh, it's your birthday. Oh, you're having a thing." Now you know I was full of it. Um, so you had no suspicions?
No, none at all whatsoever.
Awesome.
Not until
Well
the
done,
day
Karen.
of when my mom and Karen were acting ever so slightly suspicious. That was the first time I thought anything. Because she told me something was happening that night, but I didn't know it was going to be a surprise party. Like, and I certainly didn't know about the arcade cabinet. That was like what really.
Yes, the sound he made when he came down the stairs was really special. It was kind of like a what?
He squeaked. Tell me he squeaked. Squeak.
That's so
I
perfect.
didn't hear a squeak.
Nah, there was no squeeing. It was really just kind
Listen,
of
it was internal. You know it was there.
incredulous wah and lots of screaming inside my head. Like, wow, 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 wow. I can't wait to just dive into this thing. And
Everyone go home. I need to play.
I keep doing exactly that. I keep diving into it and finding more fun things to do. Ellie and I played Marble Madness today
Oh my god,
Nice.
this is making my
because
heart
we
happy.
we got the trackball working on it. So I was like, you can play this game, and she beat the first level of Marble Madness by rolling the ball around.
Nice.
She thought it was really cool.
That's
Nice,
amazing.
nice.
Well, happy birthday again, Kris. We're just so happy for you. We're sorry we couldn't be there, but we were there in spirit.
That is okay. Not everybody can be everywhere all the time.
That's
Well,
true.
yeah, I mean, that is true. But, yeah, so, okay.
Yeah. So
well,
what you guys been up to, huh? Angie, why don't you go first? What have you been watching?
I was going to say, I actually have to confess, I was out of state this week because I was in Jersey, but I was in a different part of Jersey working on my wedding. And
someone says something, and she's like, "She's not there." I'm like, "No, she's 2 hours. Jersey's big enough. She's 2 hours away, and she doesn't have a car."
I was,
Like-
yeah, I was more than 2 hours. Yeah, I had a lovely Saturday. I was with my family, but it was one of those things where I was like, son of a bitch, like I actually made it to the state, but I couldn't go. So we were doing a lot. I was doing a lot of wedding stuff, which left zero time for television. But you know what I saw, you guys? I actually did one night sit down with my mom and her boyfriend as they passed out on the couch, and they were watching a fucking Undercover Boss marathon. Have you guys watched this show?
Nope.
Okay. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, but like I'm kind of into it now. Like I think I would watch this. So the first episode that I was watching, it was like this lady who owns it's like somebody's bakery, Gigi's Bakery, Gigi's Cupcakes. I don't know who the fuck this lady is. And they put the bosses in it was like that. I came in at like the end of the episode. So they put the bosses in costumes that are supposed to like disguise, like literal like spy disguises, like
mustaches and glasses
yes,
and big noses. and
literally
things.
did that.
Yeah.
So they did this whole, oh my god, it's just ridiculous. So they're supposed to like go in and pretend to like be a new hire or be doing something for some like reason or whatever, and there's always an excuse for the camera crew that shows up there and inevitably is like filming everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, this is not believable, but they have an explanation for it, and people are just gullible. So, and I don't think most people know what the CEO of these giant companies look like. So,
That's
yeah,
also
this
a valid
person
point.
just like these people just go undercover, and then they're like investigating, and then they, there's like 4 or 5 people in each episode that the boss has been paired with that's doing work for the company that's either a really great employee or a really bad one, and the really like passionate employees are rewarded. Like it's like all these people with these freaking sob stories where it's like, oh, my mom died, or like, oh, I have like multiple sclerosis, or I have like, my wife passed away, or like one of my kids has some sort of disability, like whatever. And they're like the bosses are like, oh, we're gonna pay your medical expenses, and then for a year, and we're gonna pay for somebody, like one of them was like, I'm gonna start a college fund for your daughter. And I was like, this is amazing, but like, what?
Why did you do that before?
Yeah, well,
Why'd you
that's
wait
the
for
thing.
The camera crew.
Well, of course, I mean, the jaded part of me said the same thing. But the thing that was kind of cool about it was like they all say that the reason they're doing this is because they want to investigate their companies and make sure that they are, if they're implementing changes in the company, they want to know if the changes are actually working, or if they're looking to make changes in the company, they want to see what is actually going to be the best benefit for their employees. I don't know, it's just like kind of cool. And I was like, interesting. Yes, tell me more. So I was watching this dumb show, and of course I like cry every time somebody else on the show cries because I'm that person. So my mom was looking at me and she was like, I don't understand you at all. Like,
Stop showing emotion.
Right.
There's no emotion here.
but yeah, so that's pretty much all I watched. And then Evan and I were watching some stuff today. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, so we still didn't get to watch Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, no, we thought about that today as we were trying. So, we both have our standard watches. You're still watching Black Sails. I'm doing a rewatch of Scrubs because it's Scrubs. You got to do that at least once a year. But
He says, just so you guys know, it's been 4 years. This is the first rewatch. Okay.
well, that we have done together, I have watched it. But I introduced her to Cowboy Bebop.
Yay!
Yeah, we watched another episode tonight. We've only gotten to watch 2 episodes.
So yeah, we started right before she left, and now we're going to be working our way through that.
Overall writing quality is better from the second episode on. So, like, there is a couple of, like, really wonky, super anime lines in the first one, and then after the first one,
Oh well, but yes, if you go in expecting anime stuff, it's fine. It's true anime stuff, but then it gets better, which is great.
yeah, from episode 2 on, it's just like, okay. Right, episode 2 is where they get Ein, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So cute. Okay, I'm
I
not
have
a
a
big
plush
corgi
Ein.
person, and I'm sold. Like, yes.
Yeah, that was my favorite part about the live action one was the first, sneak peek was that camera view going through the offices, and then you realized it was from a corgi height, and they introduced Ein.
Oh my god.
It was adorable.
It actually means something to me now.
What else? We watched something else. Oh, Kevin can fuck himself.
Yeah, he really can though.
Oh my God,
we did
can
watch
he
the
ever.
first episode of that.
That was so.
What did you think of it?
It's weird.
It is.
It is. Okay, because we didn't.
I'm
I
not
was
sure
Like,
how to feel about it yet.
thank you. Okay, good. That was my takeaway.
Like not
Because,
much
yeah, Kevin's
happened.
the worst.
Yeah, but
And,
he's
like,
sitcom
as
bad.
much as I feel like I've never watched Kevin Can Wait, or whatever other Paul Blart TV series are out there, but I feel like I know the tropes, and I don't feel like the writing of the sitcom part was too far off of the writing in the actual sitcoms that it's taken the piss out of. But
It's way
with
it's,
the
it's
added
over the top. It's
Was that-
more. Like I've watched the shows. It's like they're going above and beyond with that side of the show, which is unnecessary, but they are.
But then seeing the other perspective of, like, how that affects other people in his life who want to, like, not do nothing for the rest of their lives. I don't know. It was all gross. It was just really, really disturbing.
It's weird.
But
it's a
compelling.
weird- yeah,
That's a good way to put it.
it is compelling. It's a very good choice of word. It's just it's weird because I don't know if I want to watch another episode. Like to watch another episode, like because I'm enjoying it. I think I want to watch another episode because I really don't know what is going on or what I'm supposed to get from the show, kind of thing. She's doing a great job acting wise. The transitions back and forth are actually pretty impressive. Like it's just weird. It's weird. What else did we watch, or did I watch? There was just, let me click for a sec. What was that show with Luke Cage?
Oh, fuck,
Evil.
that one's so good. Evil?
Evil.
Oh, yeah. I like that one a lot.
So, okay. The guy who plays Luke Cage and Ben from Lost, right?
Uh-huh.
And these 2 other character actors, like you recognize them but you don't know from where. It's a priest, a lawyer, and a handyman.
It sounds like a bad joke.
Go-
It really sounds like a bad
Go
joke.
after, or they investigate either possessions or miracles, and it's a monster of the week kind of show. But there is the overarching bad that is Ben, which we're led to believe he's either a demon or the devil, one or the other.
I didn't...
Oh yeah, they're straight up trying to make you believe that he is Satan.
Okay. I just think he's a really good villain.
He's a great villain. He's doing a fantastic job. Luke Cage playing a wannabe priest, doing it very well. It's an enjoyable show. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Like, I actually wanted to watch it, but you went away, so I had to stop.
Oh, that's love right there. You hear
Yeah,
that?
I don't want to have that argument. That's, I mean, we could have another one, but we don't need to have that one.
It probably would be. I'd be so mad.
I caught up with Happy. I didn't watch season 2 of Happy, so I watched that.
Forgot that was a thing.
Yeah. And I came across the show called Intelligence, which features Ross from Friends. David Schwimmer playing an American NSA or CIA or FBI kind of guy that's now working with cyber counterintelligence in the UK. But he's coming in as the brash American. It's over the top on everything. And I was like, this is bad. This is just not good. There wasn't anything funny in it. There's the awkward English humor, whereas they don't really know what's going on, but they're being overly pleasant. And then there's the what everybody in the world thinks Americans are. David Schwimmer, it's just didn't do it for me. I wanted to like it, but
You're just not complex enough. Get woke.
Yeah, that was it. I wasn't woke enough for it. But I mean, other than that, I watched. So I have been alone for a week. I was left to my own devices, and unfortunately, I didn't watch a lot of television. But I did watch all of the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh my God, you too?
All of them.
Wait, does that mean you did as well, Kris?
No, on our movie podcast, my friend Paul, we brought up what movies we were going to watch next, and like Fast 9 was one of the options, and he was like, God, there's 9 of them? I guess I should watch all of them.
Technically,
and so
10.
he did.
Oh my God! What a commitment.
And the spin-off too, whatever the spin-offs were, like
Hobbs
he
and
went
Shaw.
all in. Yeah. He did the whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow, good for him.
I haven't watched 9 because that's the new one.
Oh yeah, he hasn't watched 9 yet either. But he did all the prep work. So
So if you put those on and you just play them straight through, it all sounds like one giant movie. Like, you can't differentiate between.
I was going to say, it's
like-
almost like just watching a TV show, though. I mean, you're not going to get much more substance and plot.
I'm not gonna lie, I was actually pretty impressed with how they wove the storyline, because 1 is Dom Toretto, 2 is not, 3 is not, 4 is Dom Toretto again. Okay? So 1 and 2 take place, then 3 is in Tokyo. They actually took that Tokyo story and moved it all the way to the end of after 7, where Gal Gadot and the Asian guy are going to Tokyo. That's right, Wonder Woman made her first appearance in a Fast and Furious movie.
Not sorry.
Awesome. So, yeah, that was my visual entertainment for the week.
Listen, anytime she wants to bless my eyeballs, Gal Gadot can be in whatever the fuck she wants.
I totally forgot she was in those movies. She was in like 2 or 3 of them. Bad guy
awesome.
at one point in time.
Hell yes. You go, girl. You Gadot, girl.
isn't it Godot? I feel like the T is supposed to be pronounced, but I could be crazy.
Listen,
All I
you
know is-
just did not respond to my very good joke, okay? And I'm
Well, if
extremely
you're
disappointed in our
mispronouncing
friendship.
it, it's not a good joke. Gal Gadot. Do 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 do.
No,
Gadot.
you're not funny either now, okay? Move on. What have you guys
What
been
have you guys
watching?
been watching? You all been busy with planning parties and whatnot.
Let's see. We watched more Top Chef, and I honestly don't know what else besides that Kevin Can Fuck Himself show.
We watched Loki.
Oh, right. We watched
yeah.
Loki. Yeah, good times.
Okay, so you enjoyed the 3rd one?
Yeah,
Okay.
When
It's
does
not
it come
like-
out every week?
Wednesdays.
It's Wednesdays. Okay.
Yeah, we were doing Loki lunch until the kids were no longer in school, and then we couldn't do Loki lunch anymore.
Yeah,
Boo.
bummer.
We can do Loki lunch on Thursday.
We can, and probably will.
Okay. I like it.
I'm excited about it. Yeah, no, I liked it. It was fun. It was a good time.
Felt like a filler episode.
I don't think it's filler. I think that was set up.
Do you?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was definitely setting up something. We needed to take a little bit of a breath, Needed to get a little bit more exposition on who Lady Loki claims to be and whatever.
Okay.
Thought it was a very informative episode. It was less let's say enthralling than the first two, but no less good, I think.
I mean, it was enjoyable.
I
I was
would
just,
say,
even filler episodes are good. It was curious that they went with the exposition episode in, episode 3. When they're
Well, I
trying
think
to
they
get-
only have 6 to work with, so.
Oh, really? It's that short of a season? I
Yeah,
didn't realize that.
Yeah.
that was my concern, was that, like, if you're saying it felt like filler, like, they don't have a lot of time for filler in a 6. You know what? What am I talking about? I'm just going to shut up and watch the show, and then I'll make my decisions about it later.
Marvel has not messed up yet. Did you hear
Yeah.
about the re-editing of the ending of the Scarlet Witch? Vision and Scarlet Witch?
What?
No.
So that the end of that show, they show her, what did I call it? Incredible Hulking it in a cabin
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
by herself. Apparently they
Glamping.
formatted that so that there is a caped figure hovering around there with her. They don't show who it is, but there is obviously another person there. So they
Wait, they added that,
Yeah.
like, recently?
yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Because they did a whole... We had a news story on it. We talked about it on the show, how they were going to include Doctor Strange, and then they were like,
Yeah.
no, let's not do that, because that would really kind of betray everything we've done up to this point.
Yeah, they did, but they didn't release it. And it's not like interaction or anything. That there is just something there. That was it, and it's different than the original release, which that's just made, it was a weird news story for me to say. So, and then they showed like a Twitter video was attached to it, and I was like, okay, I'll have to
Where is this
reinvestigate.
going? I don't know.
Well, they maybe they're force feeding the connection to the MCU. Because right now, it's not enough. I don't know.
I thought, what? All right, moving on. I don't know. It doesn't seem accurate.
I'm looking at a little side-by-side comparison right now, where there's supposedly something different. All right, so everything looks the same so far. We're all still
Still the same.
zooming in. Lots of zoom. Some good quality zoom right there.
Zoom,
okay, the
zoom,
trees
zoom.
are in a slightly different position. Okay, that's interesting. The zoom's a little bit slower in the new version. And you can see less. There's like more trees in the background. It's strange.
We reshot this so we could have more trees.
I'm not sure why that happened, but okay. All right, she's walking into the cabin.
Oh,
Some quality podcasting right here. She's walking into the cabin. She's got a coffee.
This is bad.
Gosh.
This is bad TV.
I live for this kind of podcasting, and I'm actually part of the podcast.
All right, now we're zooming in to where she's futzing with the Darkhold, right?
Mhm.
Turning the corner, and yep, there
Crypt-
she is,
Crypt
doing her thing, looking all creepy, turning pages. Got her Scarlet Witch outfit. Her eyes are all glowy doughy,
Dig it, dig it.
and that's it.
So there was no difference.
Other than like the trees, I didn't see anyone floating. I wonder if this is going to because this video is 9 minutes long,
Oh,
so
yeah,
I'm
no.
sure it's going to show more at some point. But yeah, I don't see what anyone's talking about here. Like, there's a weird landscape change in the last shot. Like, you just see a whole lot more trees surrounding the cabin than you did in the original version, which is strange. But I don't see anything.
Well, you're not waiting for the point in the video where they take that obscene yellow circle and circle it to not
Yeah, that's
see
what I'm
that
looking
area.
for. I need to see. Okay, here we go. All right, here we are. I saw an arrow when I was scrubbing through here. Okay, let's see it. Let's see it. I'm gonna turn.
You're gonna have to send me the link for that video, by the way. Put it in the show notes so that everybody can play along.
And guys, you have to press play just the right second so you could do the play-by-play with Kris.
It's like when you watch The Wizard of Oz, like the Dark Side of the Moon, I think it is.
You know, I always heard about that. I never did that.
Yeah, it works. I mean, some of it needs a little bit of forgiving, but it does work. Chris, you're killing me here. Anything?
Yeah,
This is-
man. This
this
is like,
is
okay, now the podcast has
pure
died. Karen
insanity.
is sleeping. I
Is
just
it-
don't know.
It's pure insanity.
Okay, so it looks like, or at least what they're showing in this video so far, it's like, you know, the movie effect for like a cloaked spaceship.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like that, like a rectangle or something that looks like the shape of maybe a person in a cape, and it is small. Like this could be a smudge.
Wait,
It's like-
really?
I'm waiting. That's what I'm seeing right now. I'm waiting to see if there's going to be a picture of this actually solidifying,
No.
or if that's. Am I missing something here?
This is what I love about the internet.
I am missing something here because all I'm seeing is this floaty smudge that might be shaped like Doctor Strange. Maybe.
There
Yeah,
it
I don't
is.
know, man.
Someone explain this to us.
I'm in. Somebody else do research for us because like this is too much right now.
Doctor Strange theme music was now credited with this scene.
Oh.
Wait, what?
You're come on. Everybody knows the Doctor Strange theme music. No.
No,
Yeah.
I just paused because I was like, do I?
No.
No.
Yeah, no, it looks like a weird artifact. It doesn't. I don't think they put Doctor Strange in there. I think this is some crazy.
Stretch of the imagination.
Because I
kind of
remember
thing.
when Incredible Hulk came out, and they were like, if you freeze frame it in this one shot, you can see, like when in this one deleted scene when Hulk busts out of a glacier, you can see Captain America's shield in this one shot, and I was
Yes.
like, that's insane. And then I did it. You could freeze it, and yeah, he was there in that one scene, which was a deleted scene. Thank goodness, because it wouldn't have made sense with
You
the
went by
rest of the
so fast. Yes.
franchise. But yeah, I think we're seeing things that aren't there in this one.
Okay. I just saw the news article and I felt
Sounds
compelled
like
to say
pure
something.
desperation.
Hey, remember that show, WandaVision? Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, here's the thing. Still don't know why they re-edited the ending though. It's very bizarre. Well, so yeah, we watched Loki, we watched more Top Chef, and I haven't really done much else TV watching wise. I don't think. I watched all 3 Bill and Ted movies again in preparation for the movie podcast, but okay, here it is. This is actually tied in. So I finished watching all 3 Bill and Ted movies, or sorry, the first 2 before I watched the third one for a second time. But I finished Bogus Journey, and then I went in this weird internet hole where I watched the first couple of minutes of, which I don't even remember existing, the live action Bill and Ted TV series.
What?
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 I don't even remember this existing, but it's real and it's awful.
I'm sure it is.
Was it the same characters? Like, was it actually the same actors?
Oh no, it was not the same actors. It was
Okay.
the voices of Bill and Ted, like those 2 actors they got to play them, sound a lot like them, which is really quite impressive, but nothing else about it is of any quality at all. I did not realize that existed. I do remember the cartoon series, but what I didn't realize about that was that the cartoon series did feature the voices of Keanu Reeves, Alex Winter, and George Carlin. Which I didn't remember that they used the real voices in that. And I watched a little bit of that too, and it's like, yeah, this is certainly a cartoon from this period in time. Very, very interesting. So yeah, if you're really a Bill and Ted fanatic,
God, I'm looking
check
at
out
it
that
still.
live action TV show. It's something special.
Look at this.
What the hell?
That-
Wait, hold on. Evan is showing me visual things, guys.
They gave him the bowl cut, the Bill S. Preston or Ted
That's
Theodore.
not a bad likeness.
No, they're really, really trying.
I am kind of impressed, honestly.
Interesting. Did not know that existed. 1992. What a
Yeah,
wonderful
has
year.
anyone watched it? Guys, let us know. Tell us what you think. Tell us why we should or shouldn't watch this.
Why, see right there why we shouldn't watch it.
I don't know. Those likenesses were pretty good. I'm curious now. It's piquing my curiosity, guys. Okay.
What about you, Karen?
I really the only thing that you haven't mentioned that I was watching hang on, is my Discovery of Witches. I finished season 1.
Okay.
I greatly enjoy it. I mean, it's like, whatever. It's not like golden age of television type stuff, but it's very fun and soapy, and I like it a lot. And they hid in time, which is awesome. The girl, they finished up the first season. It's set in like modern day Oxford, and the girl is American and the guy is British, but he's like originally French, but she's a British accent. Anyway, the girl's a witch and she's a time spinner, but she doesn't know anything about her powers because her parents spellbound her when she was a kid to protect her, so she wouldn't know that she had any powers. And then so the spell bending gets undone, and now she has all these powers that she can't control, and all these bad people are after her and him and whatever, because there's rules against
she
vampires
can make it
and
rain
witches.
upside down, Karen.
What?
She can make it rain upside down.
She can make it rain upside down.
That was a cool.
It's all the witchcraft stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
But like, so she needs to learn to use her powers, and they need to find this book, and they need to get away from these bad people. So they're like, well, you're going to learn how to walk through time.
Yeah, you're just learning. Let's start small.
And let's go back 500 years.
Yeah, no biggie.
And so they go back to like Shakespearean times, and I love it. Like the costumes, the historical references. Everybody's like, "What the fuck is up with your accent, lady?"
Yes.
They're like, "What part of England are you from?" She's like, "Oxford," but she's American, and it's hysterical. And I'm like, "Why didn't they thought about a lot of things before they went hiding in time?" But no one was like, "Hey, her voice is gonna sound weird to people."
Yeah.
But it's great. It's really fun and enjoyable.
How far are you in season 2?
Only like 2 or 3 episodes.
Okay.
Not
I
very
want to
full.
know how you feel about the season as it goes on, because this second season, I was kind of done.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I just thought there were plot holes. Maybe I was working while watching this season, so I think that always affects my ability to enjoy a show. So there could have been things that I missed, but there were definitely things about it where I was like, oh, no, you're kind of losing me here. But I taking it for what it is, I still enjoy it. Like when season 3 comes out, I'm still gonna watch it because I want to know where it goes. Like. But yeah, I was like, really? This is your solution? You're going to run backwards in time, and then there's huge consequences if you change a bunch of stuff. Oh, look, you're changing a bunch of stuff. Okay, well.
Yeah, there's
That
like
butterfly effect thing.
Fuck the
they
butterflies.
tell somebody that they're like traveling in time, somebody from the past that they're traveling in time, and he's like, so you're not the you that I know from this time, and they're like, no, and he's like, well, where's that guy? And they're
Yeah.
like, he's just not here. We don't really know where he is. We think he'll come back when we leave. Dunno.
Right?
Like, not really good explanations.
Yeah, I was like, what? This is, okay, so butterflies don't matter, and we don't really care about consequences. Let's go. Got it. Vampires and witches. Love story. Yeah,
Time travel. Gotta
this
love
was
it.
the stuff where I was like, this might be a little bit too timey-wimey. But
It's not ruining it for me. It's just like I'm along for the ride.
yeah, that's why I said, like, there's some of it where I was like, but I'm still there for season 3. Like, it will still happen. So, my favorite stuff
I
is
will
just,
keep you posted.
Yes, please do. I think my favorite part is hearing other people that have started watching it and like getting their feedback and opinions. Honestly, some of it's so ridiculous. Do you understand what I'm talking about with the staring now? Do you get it?
I mean, kind of. I admit I'm not always looking at, when I watch, I'm usually stitching, so I'm like looking up and down. So like
Okay.
if he's like staring, I'm like, whatever. I have
Okay.
more time to figure out where I am in the pattern.
Because I felt like every time I looked up, he had that face, and I was like, "Do you change expressions? Are you stuck? What happened? Did time break your face? I just don't know." But otherwise, yeah, It is good. It is fun. I love the witchcraft part of it. I love it, love it, love it. Do you
Me
like his
too.
mom?
I do like his mom.
I do too.
There is more Alex Kingston, or there was towards the end of season 1, and then like now in season 2, she's kind of back again.
Mm-hmm.
Because they like flash back to the present sometimes, but not, not very much.
Yeah.
I would like more Alex Kingston all the time, please. And like her
Amen.
character is always just like, I don't think you should do this. You know it's not safe. And
Yeah.
it's like, Alex Kingston, like she's a witch. She's more powerful. Well, not more powerful, but she's certainly more like in control of her powers than the main character. And
Mhm.
like she's not doing any badass witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
Mm-hmm.
Just letting
you're
you know,
wasting
every
your
time you
Alex
say
Kingston money.
that- Every time you say she's a witch, I hear it differently in my brain.
She's a witch. Yeah, but that's it for me because I was busy throwing a party, and I'll get back to watching TV now. Sorry, guys.
We're bad at this week. Sorry, everyone. But we're here for you. You know, this is why you get life stories and tangents. I chased a bear. I don't know.
Well, you chased a dog
Did
that
you
chased a
chase
I
a bear?
did. Well, yeah, no, I actually when I was visiting my family, we went for a hike and we saw 2 adolescent bears, which for anyone who's ever been in nature, you know that's not a safe thing to say.
No.
So yeah, we ran into the bears, and my mom had one of her dogs off leash because he's a Pomeranian, and you know they're the devil.
They're the most obedient dog on the planet.
Listen, if you've ever played Tokyo Jungle, I stand by the fact that the Pomeranian was the best and only choice if you wanted to beat that game. But anyway,
No idea what you just said.
nope, no. Listen, if you don't get it, you're just not cool enough. You gotta figure it
I
out.
have to be all right with that then.
No, okay. I can't explain it. It's too much. It's too much.
No,
It's too much
no
of a
game
tangent.
information. That's fine.
Okay, so we're walking in the woods. We see the bears. We go to turn around, and the freaking Pomeranian decides to go after 2 bears, and probably the mother. We just hadn't seen her yet. So he like goes around a bend, and my aunt is with us, and she just like looks at my mom. She's like, "Go get your dog," and I was like, "Oh no, I got this." So I start running after the dog because I'm the fastest one there. And I'm like, well, maybe that'll
Yeah, that's
be...
it. You're the fastest, not the dumbest.
No.
You're the fastest.
No, my thing was maybe I can get close enough to look around the bend, see the bloody remains, and then turn around and be like, sorry, Mom, go buy a new dog. No. As I approach the bend, the dog starts running toward me. And I'm like, uh-oh. Like, did he chase them away so far that they're gone? Or am I about to also be running from bears? It was the former, not the latter. So we were fine, and then we finished our hike, and it was lovely. It was a beautiful view, and we had a very nice time. But yeah, there were bears,
Yikes.
and I was running after them like an idiot because I got scared for the dog, the stupid dog. But I love him, you know.
Okay.
He's a dog. He's so listen. He's so fuzzy. My mom shaves him, and he looks like a lion. It's so cute. Oh my god. Anyway, moving on. So that's it. Karen's like, kill me now.
I'm killing you?
No.
No.
I said, never mind. So
I don't know if you can tell this, but we're all tired.
yeah, listen, 3 hours of sleep today. 3 hours. It's good. It's good.
And a plane ride. A long one.
That's all you need.
Yeah, lots of plane rides today. It was fun. But yeah.
All right, Kris, let's wrap this up so we can talk about this ridiculousness that we had to watch.
You sure? Because I'm having a lot of fun.
I can't tell if you're being serious right now, and I'm scared to talk.
These tangential conversations are getting a little too much for me.
Okay, I feel
All
like
right.
people want to know
All
things
right.
about
I'm
us.
calling it. Let's take ourselves a quick break. We're going to do some commercials. And when we come back, we are going to talk about Danger 5.
And chasing
You're listening to
bears.
this week's episode from geekade.com. Stick around. And now, here's a quick look at some of the other original content available now from our partners and geekade.com.
First up, DVDs, the medium of the future. Everybody loves those shiny, fragile discs, and really, who can blame us? They're a future-proof delight. One of the best things about them is the crisp, clean video quality. or the lack of a need to rewind once you're done using them. No, it's the special features! And what Transformers fans' life would be complete without having delved deep into the most unorganized special features of all time? Witness as Sean goes spastic at the unedited and poorly explained features. Uncover the mystery of Dr. Rhino after many long years. And most importantly, listen to Sparkcast episode 45, Transformers Season 1 DVD Special Features. Rhino.
Next, back in the old days when Kris worked at a video game store in Brooklyn called Game Crazy, big companies used to like to send out physical retailer kits to shops in an effort to drum up hype and help hawk their wares. One fateful day, he received a box that was shaped like an NES, and inside was a collection of goodies that has brought joy to his life for well over a decade. I'm just shocked that it's been a decade. What was inside? Does it talk? Was it its mysterious what is its mysterious connection to spaghetti flavor? What? I'm sorry, let's go over that again. What is its mysterious connection to a spaghetti flavored scratch and sniff sticker?
Is that real? I want one.
There's only one way to find out, and that is to check out Stone Age Gaming Classic NES Mystery Box over at the Stone Age Gamer YouTube channel. Spaghetti flavored scratch and sniff.
Give me more.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
still have
Watch
it?
the video. Find out.
I'm going to.
Challenge accepted.
Finally, on an all-new Mutant Musings Evolution, Geekade's episode-by-episode podcast about the tragically canceled animated series X-Men Evolution, Patty and Jonathan discuss the Hex Factor and the two-part finale of Season 2, Day of Reckoning! It says that with an exclamation point, you guys. Patty wants to talk about New Jersey laws, but Jonathan is only interested in learning about Dollywood. Who reigns on Pyro's parade? Has Scott Summers made everyone who he's ever been with happy? You can find out the answers to these questions and more in Mutant Musings Evolution, Episode 12, Patty Blaze.
I can tell you right now the answer is no. Scott Summers makes no one happy.
I know a man named Jared who would disagree.
Jared, I miss him.
Oh, fight Jared.
You won't.
I mean, I'd pay money to see that, but... I keep pressing the wrong button. I know, again, this is what you're here for. For all this great content and more from us and our partners, be sure to keep your eyes on geekade.com. And we're back. It's time to discuss Danger 5.
I mean, how can you possibly discuss this show?
How could you not is more like it.
I don't even know where to begin. Except for to say that I was genuinely entertained and laughed out loud many a time during this episode.
Really?
The only
Yes.
place to begin is, remember, you must kill Hitler.
As always.
There you go.
Kill it.
That was my favorite part of that particular aspect
always.
of that was, as always, you must kill Hitler.
So we're talking about Danger 5, theoretically Season 1, Episode 1, I Danced for Hitler, first aired February 27th, 2012. Apparently there was something before it called The Diamond Girls, which aired on November 20th, 2011. But I think this was the first episode of the proper series. Like, The Diamond Girls was like a special that aired before it.
What's that? A test run, if you will? of this
Yeah, like
ridiculousness?
here's a TV movie, and they're like, "This is great, make a series," and they were like, "Okay."
Don't have to tell me twice.
I mean, clearly this is right up my alley in
Yeah, it
the
is.
layer of like just complete absurdity. The whole thing is done like a, like, I don't know, was it 60s drama,
Yes.
sort of like super over the top, like
Very campy.
amazingly cheesy special effect. Like they start. There's this group of the stereotypical characters sitting there like getting ready to go on a mission, and then this just dude walks out with a bird head and just starts giving
Not
them
a
their mission.
bird head, an American eagle head.
An American eagle head, like
Bald eagle.
Bald eagle.
a bald eagle, and I mean,
Symbol of
not
our
like
freedom.
like it was a cheap like Halloween mask. Like it was just one of those rubber masks. That's all it was. There was no
Like
it wasn't-
feathers falling
There
off
were
of
feathers,
it.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't remotely believable. It was just like, and now this dude's talking. He's got a bird on his head, and his head is a bird head.
The
and
best
like,
is when he
no-
has the drink.
That was gonna be my quote, but I didn't know if you guys would pick up on that. But that's the noise
How could you not?
the bald eagle made when trying to drink his.
Oh my god, guys! He holds it next to his beak, and then he just and like it does nothing with it, and you're just like, yeah, I believe you. Okay, like fuck it, why not?
Nobody bats an eye at this. Like, all right. I mean, I was already in, but like, I am in. I am all in on this.
Oh my god!
I just.
Oh,
So then
okay,
they go like, they find out that Hitler's having a dance for his birthday.
Wait.
I have a very important question though.
Please.
Did they intentionally, or did I just like, I don't know, fever dream this in my excitement? Did they intentionally do bad like voiceovers for the people who would speak another language?
All of it was poorly lip sunk.
Yeah,
was all
even the
bad.
people speaking English, it didn't quite match up. Like,
Right. But
yeah.
it
It
seemed
was
like
purposeful.
there were times when if somebody would speak another language, but it would almost
Oh
look like
yeah,
a Godzilla
yeah,
movie.
that was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. I fucking that made me so happy. But I was like, I don't know if this is real. Okay.
So
Go.
the point of this, the whole mission, is that at the very beginning of the episode, Hitler and his band of Nazis goes around stealing monuments.
With blimps.
Blimps.
Only two
which
at a time.
upsets people so much to not have their monument that they commit suicide by shooting themselves in the head.
Through
In
the mouth.
Always in the mouth.
That happened several times throughout the course of the episode, where something moderately bad would happen, and somebody would be like, "That's it, I'm out of here."
Though it was really more the slightest inconvenience.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
But
weird.
the reveal for what he was stealing the monuments for was just like, I mean, I wanted to give it a standing ovation. He was stealing monuments from around the world and then piecing them together into a giant robot, where like the Statue of Liberty was the arm and the Eiffel Tower was what was it, the leg or something like that.
It
It
was
was
weird. It was a
I didn't-
oh,
I didn't so much see it as a robot as like I thought he was trying to make a larger monument of himself.
Yeah.
Like the
A
Statue of
Mount
Liberty was
Rushmore.
his arm like raised in the Hitler salute.
I see. I assumed it was a giant death robot, but I mean, maybe you're right. I don't
Guys,
know. It
who's to
doesn't-
say it wasn't all of those?
very
right?
true.
I
It could have
mean,
been
sure,
both.
why not both?
It was a giant mecha Hitler that he was making out of the world's monuments.
Mecha
Giant
Hitler, the
Mecha
stealer
Hitler.
of faith and happiness.
So like within the first 4 minutes of this show, am I recording that? We find out 3 recipes for drinks, and one dude shoots another woman in the face with a cigarette.
Yes.
Tells her to chill out.
Yeah, he loads a lit cigarette like a bullet and fires it into like between her lips as she catches it.
And the drink recipes, like this dude, people he knew would die, and their last words were always like a drink recipe for.
Not just a drink recipe, but like the most perfect version of whatever the drink was.
Yes. It's definitely, I could see this being a very fun drinking game for those who do drink. Like, if this continues, I don't know how often this happens in the show, but like, that was great. Like,
I feel it's going to be a running gag with that guy.
yeah.
But the whole cast was weird. Like, I don't understand what happened in this show. I mean, we do know that they succeeded. They did get the Statue of Liberty back and then destroyed all of the other monuments.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
And
if
Hitler
really-
got away.
Well, Hitler has to get away because there's at least 2 other episodes of this. Like,
More than that.
That's a whole
As
other
always,
season, yeah.
kill Hitler.
so, I don't know if anybody else caught the robotic dog.
Uh-huh.
That was one of my other
Hey,
lines.
it's Hitler's dog.
The very beginning, that not the robotic dog, the Hitler's dog, starts yelling in German to kill everybody on the screen, and they do.
Yeah.
It was a German Shepherd, of course.
Don't fuck with talking dogs.
It was so weird. was a bad puppet of a German show.
Yeah.
This is so weird.
Obey the canine.
So, yeah. Thanks, Ferg. Like,
I honestly okay. So here's my feedback on this. I would watch this show again, but it needs to be something I watch with other people who will laugh with me, because if I have to sit there and watch it alone, I'll just feel like a weirdo, like laughing to myself. This is the kind of show that I would like absolutely watch with certain groups of my friends, and we would go ballistic. Like, I could see it. I can already see it. This is a thing of pure joy. This is a national treasure. So I really feel it needs to be celebrated as such.
So, wait a second. I'm going to read the storyline from IMDb. Set in a bizarre 1970s inspired version of World War II, this action comedy series follows a team of 5 spies: Jackson, Tucker, Claire, Pierre, and Eliza.
Sure.
On a mission to kill Hitler. Danger 5 is the finest group of special operatives the Allies have to offer. In the first episode, Danger 5 must find out why Hitler has been abducting the world's national monuments with a squad of Zeppelins, as Claire poses as a dancer at Hitler's birthday party while Pierre reunites with a lover from his past. So, Claire does pose as a dancer because they're throwing a hell of a... Goebbels is throwing Hitler a party that involves...
Let's be clear. She wasn't posing as a dancer so much as she was kidnapped and forced to be one.
That's true. That's also true. But that swan outfit at the end...
Oh, that was majestic.
What? This is so weird.
Listen, it was an encore of bullets, honey. It's what was
true.
promised. They delivered.
It's true. Yeah.
I mean, I wish I had watched it closer to the actual show. I don't remember when we watched it, but I feel like I've already forgotten so many details. But, I mean, Karen can attest that I laughed out loud a lot.
He
while
did.
we
He didn't
watched it.
stop laughing.
I just thought it was hysterical. But it's the weird thing. Like, I don't know if I want to watch more of it, because I feel like it's the kind of thing that might get old super fast, but also it was just so funny.
Like, the first one could have been like a one-off kind of scenario, like, yeah, really cheesy kind of like thing, and then all of a sudden it gets like super good. I don't believe that's the case, but it could. Like,
No, I think it's like that on repeat, and I think that's why it's better with a group of people, and you can have fun, and like somebody else will be tickled by a thing that you're not, and you'll just keep the humor going.
Yeah, if this was the kind of thing I could watch with a group of friends, that would be a different animal. I feel like watching this by myself is gonna get old.
Yeah.
But if I had like a handful of like-minded friends to watch this with on a semi-regular basis, like that could be really fun. Because this
Almost like
show
we
is
should-
definitely my kind of stupid.
It's almost like we should have a watch party. Just saying.
The drink recipe for a Heil Hitler: 2 parts dark rum, 1 part ginger, add orange soda.
Someone
Ew.
make it.
Like-
Someone make it.
No.
I don't drink. I don't know if that's good.
No, that's
No.
bad.
Oh.
I was like, he had me, and then the orange soda ruined it.
Oh. Well, is it just because you don't like orange soda, or is it just a bad drink ingredient? I also don't drink soda. I'm really out of my league here. This is not my element.
I mean, I occasionally drink orange soda. It's quite tasty. I don't know that I'd mix it with anything except maybe cream soda. That might be fun.
A creamsicle soda. That sounds delicious.
I mean, what is it? Stewart's makes that, which is delightful.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they do. So,
But I rarely drink soda.
It's good. Stay healthy.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't like it.
Hitler had a birthday party. It was so weird.
Don't worry, honey. You're invited.
This show is magical, and
Magical? Really? I'm trying to. I wanna understand.
Evan's not on board. Don't worry, Ferg.
That's
I get
the point. You
you.
don't understand magic. It's magic. That's why magical is the only word that can describe this. There's no logic that could explain why this show exists and got 2 seasons. Like, how are there enough people out there who think like me? Like, this is in the same realm of absurdist comedy as stuff like Syphil and Ollie. That's just like, it speaks to a very specific audience, and I'm so happy that it's there. I just don't know how much more of it I want to watch because I don't know if it's going to stop being funny or stop feeling special. But
It definitely like smacks of something you'd like. Like I can totally understand why Ferg was like, "Oh, Kris needs to see this."
Yeah.
yeah, he wasn't wrong. Kris did need to see this.
So I'm just looking at the titles for the episodes, and of course this was the episode that we watched was I Danced for Hitler, but episode 2 is
Like you
Lizard
do.
Soldiers of the Third Reich.
Oh man, that was the thing that
That
really
looks-
did kind of change my mind a little bit because then we saw the preview of the next episode, and it was like, oh, now there's Nazi dinosaurs.
Right?
Yeah.
How
Shit.
are you not looking forward to another episode of the show? Sorry.
I was laughing at just laughing out of my gourd. This was a wonderful pick, Ferg. Thank you
Yeah.
so very much for bringing this into my life.
And yes, thank you, Ferg. I appreciate you bringing this into Chris's life.
Ferg, you want to watch this? You let me know. You bake the cookies. You bring the cookies. I'll bring the laughs.
Fresh Meat for Hitler's Sex Kitchen is episode 5.
Do you see what you're missing if you're not watching this?
Oh my god,
my-
it's
There's a tank, oh god, with a tiger head. This is so weird. Merry Christmas, Colonel.
No regrets.
Johnny Hitler. It's that, I'm assuming it's the same actor that's playing Hitler wearing a Letterman jacket, looking like he's at school. This is so weird.
That'll be the tragic backstory that no one cares
Yeah.
about.
Okay.
it was a work of art, and I'm so happy that we watched it.
Agreed.
I mean, I watched, I mean, I'm going to say I'm glad that I experienced it. I do not think I will watch any more of it.
I want to at least watch the dinosaur episode. You know, just a question of when. I have so much else to do, but
You make time for Danger
Kris,
5.
when
right?
you watch it, you tell me, and we will watch. I'll watch it too, so we can talk about it.
You guys have a
outstanding.
little watch party.
I
Yeah,
would
we'll have a
do
watch party.
that.
It'll be-
I
it'll
would
be fun.
absolutely do that.
Yay.
Geekade listeners, let me know.
Well, this was a hoot. If anybody else wants to suggest a show for us to watch, please do. It's fun traveling off the beaten path like this. And this show is well off the beaten path.
Yeah.
Beat the hell out of the path, too.
No regrets.
Just glorious. All right. Unless anybody has any objections, I think that's going to wrap it up for us, right?
Yeah,
I do
who's-
think.
Who's next? Whose pick is next? Is it mine?
Chris's
C'est moi.
actual pick,
Oh, it's
isn't
yours?
it?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Cool.
It's Karen's pick. All right, so that's our show. This week's episode is not filmed before a live studio audience, but it is fueled by feedback from listeners like you. And you can get in touch with us in a multitude of ways. We have an official Geekade Discord, where there's an entire This Week's Episode channel dedicated to all things TV talk. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram through the official Geekade channels or the more specific Twepcast accounts. And of course, the four of us can be found in various ways. I'm available on Twitter at Geekade Kris, that's Geekade Kris. You can read my work at StoneAgeGamer.com and in the pages of Nintendo Force magazine. Karen, where can people find you?
Oh, you can find me all over the place at STM Stitches on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Etsy.
And what about Angie? Where can people find you?
You guys can go find me on the socials at A4Not. I'm mostly on Instagram, so start there.
And Evan, where can people find you?
Geekade_Evan.
Good times. I also want to point out that, again, this episode was suggested by Ferg, our good friend Ferg from the Atari 2600 Game by Game podcast. And on his most recent episode, he covered the game Taz for Atari 2600. Now, for all of his episodes, he solicits feedback. So you just go to his Facebook page or whatever, or Twitter, or send him an email, and you can just, whatever you write, he'll read on air. So for the Taz episode, I typed out my closest approximation for Taz noises. And he did, in fact, read them on the show. So,
Fantastic.
yeah.
You're a trooper, man.
Fantastic.
you, Ferg.
Ah,
Oh, God.
Good dude.
no.
And that's when we quit.
If you need to know more about the shows we discussed tonight or what we'll be watching in the future, have a look at our show notes. And if you have any other questions at all, we can always be reached at mail@geekade.com. Just include the words "this week's episode" in the subject line so we know who you're trying to reach. This show is available wherever fine podcasts are sold, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, and more. And wherever you decide to listen, please like, comment, subscribe, and leave reviews, because any and all feedback is welcome and appreciated. Again, as always, keep your eyes on Geekade for more fresh original content. So, Karen, what's our homework?
Well, I thought I'd take this opportunity to have us check out a show that I've been meaning to check out anyway. I'll say season 1, episode 1, although I'm told that with 25-minute episodes and a short 6-episode season, I'm probably going to just watch the whole thing. We're going to be talking about We Are Lady Parts, season 1, episode 1, called Play Something. This is a show from Peacock.
Okay.
Okay,
We are
well,
lady parts.
that is something I've never heard of before, so good times shall be had by all. All right, everybody, that's going to be it for us. I am Kris.
I'm Karen.
Good evening, sir.
Good. The Fuhrer likes swans.
Good night.
And this concludes our broadcast day.